So I think this actually shows now, basically, in terms of Lomachenko, it shows the transient nature of boxing fans. There was a time when a lot of people were saying that Lomachenko was the best fighter that they've ever seen. Like, there was a lot of boxing fans putting him on this pedestal, saying he's the greatest fighter since Muhammad Ali. One of the people that was doing that was Bob Arum himself. It's ironic that Bob Arum says that, because a couple of years before that, he said the same thing about Manny Pacquiao, but then as soon as they go through their lawsuit and they have disagreements with each other, now he's saying this about Lomachenko. But yeah, there was a time when Lomachenko was seen as one of the best fighters in the sport, and was seen as one of the best fighters since Ali. But it's crazy, as soon as he loses to Teofimo Lopez, the whole boxing fraternity just completely forgotten about him. Literally everyone just forgot about him. Well, obviously I'm a fan of both MMA and boxing, and I feel like MMA fans are a lot more forgiving over losses than boxing fans are, for whatever reason that is. I think MMA fans understand that when you're mixing it at the top level, you're going to lose eventually. Someone will just have the style to beat you, and I think that applies more to MMA than boxing, because there's just so many different styles. You obviously got the submission artists, you got Muay Thai fighters, you've got boxers, you got wrestlers, and if all of these styles are mixing together, there's going to be one style that comes out on top usually, because you just can't be good at everything. So they're more forgiving over losses. But with boxing fans, if you get a loss, literally you get written off, and I think that's showing. Obviously, he's back in the mix now, because he's beaten his last opponent. But it's just funny to me that as soon as you take an L, literally boxing fans just abandon you. They just completely forget that you've even existed. I remember back in the day when Lomachenko was seen as like the hottest ticket in boxing. Everyone in boxing thought this was the future. Obviously when he went through his tear through the super featherweight division, when he was destroying the likes of Rigondeaux and making him quit, Nicholas Walters, who was a decent fighter, making him quit, he was absolutely killing it. But then as soon as he went up to lightweight and he's fighting these guys that are just a lot more bigger than he is, like the likes of a Luke Campbell and stuff, he started to look more human. And then obviously Teofimo Lopez had the right style at that point in time to actually beat him. It's just I just find it funny that boxing fans just have this ability to just completely forget everything a fighter does as soon as he does it. As soon as you take an L, they completely forget about you. They don't give you the recognition that you deserve. And to be fair, it's just the way boxing fans are. I've noticed that, like, you should never like take it personally, because that's just who they are as boxing fans. They'll never give you the true recognition that you absolutely deserve, even if you deserve it. If you take an L, they'll completely forget that you're even relevant in the sport. I mean, he took an L against Teofimo Lopez, who was obviously bigger than he was, but also young and hungry and wanted to prove himself. But boxing fans are just they just never give fighters enough recognition when they deserve it. So yeah, that's my opinion. Tell me your opinion. What do you think Lomachenko should do next? Do you think he should fight the likes of Teofimo Lopez next? I think that might be the most logical fight for him. I don't know if Teofimo Lopez wants to fight him next, because he's got other options on the table. Obviously he needs to get past Kambosos, who he's going to fight next, but it's up to him now what he wants to do in terms of his career. I think he does have a couple of options. I think he needs to probably move back down to super featherweight. Maybe he wants to like avenge that loss against Teofimo Lopez before he does that, but I think moving back down to super middleweight might be the right option for him, because I think everyone in the lightweight division at this point, it's just a little bit too big for him. So yeah, that's my opinion. Tell me your opinion. What do you think he should do next? Should he stay where he's at? Should he move on up? I think he does have a few options, and in my opinion, even though he lost to Teofimo Lopez, I think he is still a top 10 pound for pound type fighter. It's just obviously he's gone in there against a fighter that was on his night was just on point, and obviously was bigger and stronger and had bigger range than he did. And because of that, obviously he did lose on the night. If he was to fight him again, what do I think would happen? I think he's just gonna. He's in a position now where he has to understand that there's a reason why there is weight classes in boxing. Like, you can't keep like literally putting yourself in a position where you're gonna be in there against fighters that have that much of a reach over you. And obviously you're a veteran at this point. Even though you've not had that many fights, you've had an extensive amateur career, and you're going up there against fighters that are in their 20s that have a lot more energy than you have. And obviously you're a fighter that depends on your speed and reflexes, so maybe moving down in weight might be the best thing for you, because obviously this sport is very unforgiving when it comes to losses. As soon as you lost that one fight against Teofimo Lopez, everyone's actually turned on you. They're saying stuff like, "Oh, you're making excuses about your shoulder," and they've completely forgotten about you. When a day before, a week before, they were saying you're going to unify the division and get the IBF title, and you're going to move up and do this and do that. And then as soon as you lose, they just completely forget about you. So you need to do what's good for your career, instead of like listening to fans. And because the fans are very transient, 1 minute they're on your side, the next minute they turn on you. It's just no point trying to please boxing fans, because you can never do it in the long run. They're ungrateful. They never give you the recognition that you deserve when you have it, but then they either overhype you or underrate you. There's nothing in between. There's never a point in a fighter's career when they've just rated as right as they should be. You're either overrated as the greatest fighter ever, or you're completely underrated and seen as a complete bum. There's nothing in between. So yeah, that's my opinion. Tell me your opinion. What do you think Lomachenko should do next with his career? Do you think he should move up, move down? Do you think he should rematch Teofimo Lopez next? Tell me what you think he should do next. Peace out. I've got a lot more content coming your way.